Indian Constitution Day quiz. Which day is celebrated as Constitution Day in India? November 26. When was Indian Constitution adopted? 26 November 1949. Indian Constitution came into force on 26 January 1950. Who put forward the idea of having a constitution for India? M.N. Roy. Which Indian Prime Minister suggested to celebrate November 26 as Constitution Day? PM Narendra Modi. In which year PM Modi declared November 26 as Constitution Day? 2015. Constitution Day of India is also known as Samvidhan Divas or National Law Day or National Constitution Day. What is the national slogan of the Indian Constitution? Satyamev Jayate or Truth Always Wins. The day when Indian Constitution came into effect is known as Republic Day. Where is the original constitution preserved in India? Helium-filled case in the Library of Parliament of India. The original version of Indian Constitution was handwritten by whom? Prem Bihari Naren Raisada. Where was the Constitution of India published? Dehradun. Indian Constitution was written in which all languages? Hindi and English. What was the time period taken for preparing Indian Constitution? 2 years, 11 months, 18 days. How many members have signed the Indian Constitution? 284. Indian Constitution originally consisted of how many articles? 395. Indian Constitution consists of how many schedules? 12 schedules. Who wrote the preamble to the Indian Constitution? Jawaharlal Nehru. Who is known as the father of Indian Constitution? Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Who was the chairman of Constitution Drafting Committee? Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. How many countries' constitution was studied by B.R. Ambedkar before making the Indian constitution? 60 countries. What is the full name of B.R. Ambedkar? Bhimrao Ramji Ambedkar. What portfolio was handled by Dr. Ambedkar in independent India? Law and Justice Minister. When was Dr. Ambedkar born? 14 April 1891. Where was Dr. Ambedkar born? Madhya Pradesh. When was Dr. Ambedkar given Bharat Ratna Award? 1990. Which party was founded by Dr. Ambedkar during the pre-independence era? Independent Labour Party. How many members are there in Constitution Drafting Committee in India? 7. The power of judicial review in India was borrowed from which country? United States. The concept of directive principles of state policy was borrowed from which country's constitution? Ireland. The Indian Constitution took the ideals of fraternity, liberty, and equality from French Revolution. The idea of fundamental rights described in the Indian Constitution was taken from which constitution? US Constitution. Fundamental rights are mentioned in which part of the Constitution? Part 3 of the Constitution. How many fundamental rights were there in the Indian Constitution? 6. Which act was replaced by the Constitution of India as the country's fundamental governing document? Government of India Act 1935. The Indian Constitution is based on which system? British Parliamentary System. The Constitution of India provides for which kind of judicial system? A single integrated judicial system. How many types of emergency have been visualized in the Constitution of India? 3. National emergency, state emergency, financial emergency. In which case did the Supreme Court of India hold that the preamble can be amended? Keshavananda Bharati case. Who is responsible for amending the Indian Constitution? The Parliament of India. Which form of government does India follow? Parliamentary form. Which schedule of the Indian Constitution lists the official languages of the Republic of India? 8th schedule. Which article of the Constitution of India deals with the amendment process? Article 368. The words socialism and secularism were added to the preamble by which amendment? 42nd Amendment. When were the words socialist and secular added to the preamble? In 1976. When did the rights to education came into effect? 1 April 2010. Which part of the Indian Constitution deals with the Union Executive? Part 5. Which part of the Indian Constitution deals with the Union and its territory? Part 1. Which part of the Indian Constitution deals with the duties of the citizens? Part 4A. Which article of the Indian Constitution allows the President to promulgate ordinances during recess of Parliament? Article 123. Which article gave special status to the state of Jammu and Kashmir? Article 370. Who appoints the Governor of Jammu and Kashmir? The President of India. Which article in the Constitution guarantees the right to equality before the law? Article 14. Which constitutional amendment reduced the voting age from 21 to 18 in India? 61st Amendment. Which article of the Indian Constitution deals with the abolition of untouchability? Article 17. How many judges are there in the Supreme Court of India? 34. The Right to Information Act was passed in which year? 2005. Which country has the longest written constitution in the world? The Constitution of India. Which body was responsible for drafting the Constitution of India? The Constituent Assembly of India. How many total members were part of the Constituent Assembly of India? 389. Who was the first chairman of the Constituent Assembly of India? Sachidanand Sinha.